Hey, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Q, and this is what's new in VCT America. And let's get right down into it because last weekend was an absolute banger in VCT. Here are those results for you right there up on the screen. Feel free to pause them if you need time to soak it on in, read them in. First perfect week of Pickems over here on the channel happening in NA. So let's go ahead and see if we can take one perfect week and turn it into two. Heading into week number 7, our second to last week of VCT Americas. Unlike in the Pacific region, who is playing their last weekend of games, like we talked about here on the channel earlier this week. But before we get into those Pickems, as well as that Power 5, I do got a question for you, YouTube. How's your sleep, fam? Do you struggle with headaches after long nights at the grind? GamerAdvantage is a leader in impactful eyewear technology that's been proven to help you sleep better, focus more, all without distorting color or comfort, leaving headaches and eye strain, all while fitting comfortably under a headset. Stay in the game longer with GamerAdvantage. Y'all see me in my GamerAdvantage frames all the time, and that's because they truly do make a difference. And when you catch me with my red frames on, though, those are the ones that have my prescription lenses, because GamerAdvantage does that too. Link is always going to be down in that description below, and when you check out, don't forget that code YoBoyCue hooks you up with that 10% discount. All right, so let's go ahead and get down and do what it do. It's time to get down in these Pickems here. This week, we really should start to see that playoff picture becoming more and more clear. And to kick things off this week, we got ourselves a pretty banger of a matchup: Furia versus 100 Thieves. Both teams in a position where they could really use a dub heading into the final week. I do think both teams beat a lot of the same teams, if I'm not mistaken, looking pretty similar. There have been a few glimpses, though, where I do think Furia looks just a little bit better. Give me Furia in a close one in 3 maps. Now, as far as Mibr, they do need a win to keep their season alive against Evil Geniuses, and it seems like EG just might be starting to piece things together, especially since they changed out their IGL. Go ahead and give me EG in just 2 games in a sweep. Now, Crew Esports, they haven't won a matchup yet. They've won themselves a couple of maps. I don't think that even with the struggles that we've seen from the Sentinels thus far in the season, I don't think that they give Crew their first win. Maybe they drop a map. Actually, I'm going to expect them to drop a map. We're going to go ahead and call Sentinels in 3 games. Now, as you can see here, that's going to give us 2 banger matchups to wrap up the week here in week number 7. Should be absolutely amazing. First is going to be NRG versus Loud, a rematch of the lock-in quarterfinals. But you know what? Go ahead and give me NRG in redemption. Whereas they lost in 3 before, go ahead and give me a dub in 3 this time around. And at the risk of sounding like one of those typical NA kind of Valorant analysts, right? That sounds way too much of NA on top. I am also going to go ahead and take Cloud9 over Leviatan as well. And I'm really starting to wonder, as far as on the side of Cloud9, maybe Ye just was a little overrated. I mean, they've been playing so well since they dropped Ye. Ye has not been looking good in the Challengers League. I'm going to be interested to see what y'all's thoughts are on that. I am going to be doing a video here next week, so if that's something that you're interested in, or you just want to make sure that you're back here for almost daily esports news, updates, and more, make sure you hit that subscribe button down here below me and turn those notifications on. And since next week, we will more than likely be breaking down our playoff qualifications like we did for the Pacific region earlier this week, this is technically going to be your boy's last Power 5 until the end of the regular season. So let's go ahead and get down to it. In that number 5 spot here, that's going to be Evil Geniuses. Look, I know Furia beat Evil Geniuses. You'd think they would be in that number 5 spot, but that was literally the first week moving away from BCJ on the roster, right? This team has looked leaps and bounds better since that change. I do think if that match were to happen today, I think that EG wins. They might even win in just 2 maps. So they'll go ahead and get the nod in that number 5 spot, at least for now. And in that number 4 spot here is going to be NRG. But Q, you picked them to beat Loud. No, I said that they would upset Loud, right? And I do think that Loud is still the better team. And I think right now, NRG needs to prove not only to themselves, but everyone else in the region, especially their fans, that they do still have a really good shot at making a chance to Tokyo. Right now, they are the first Americas team on the outside looking in, right? Now in that number 3 spot there, that's going to be Leviatan. And Leviatan is in trouble right now, sitting currently at 4-3. Sounds good with just 2 weeks left, until you realize that they play Cloud9 this week and close the season with Loud. Things could go from bad to ugly very, very quick. Now, speaking of Loud, yeah, that's right. Speaking of Loud here, they're going to be holding it down in our number 2 spot. And I know it's weird to say that the sole undefeated team is in that number 2 spot, but I do think that this week Cloud9 shows us that they really are the best in the region. I definitely wouldn't have believed you if you told me that heading into the season after they dropped Yay, after lock-in, but here I am, low-key kind of hoping that Loud makes me eat my words. But I do think that Cloud9 still sits at the top, at least for now coming into this week. But I kind of want to know your thoughts, YouTube. Who are going to be the 5 teams to walk away with the dub in week number 7? Where am I wrong? Where am I right when it comes down to that Power 5? Remember, those comments, along with those likes that y'all leave right down there to let me know that y'all enjoyed the video, are the 2 things that help me out the most when it comes to that YouTube algorithm and getting my content in front of more people as we chase down that first 300 subscribers over here on the channel. If you haven't seen the weekly wrap-up videos for our other 2 regions, I'll make sure I have those linked here at the end of the video. And until we catch y'all right back over here on the channel, man, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard, all right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing out.